So if you want to see a little highlight video of Minnesota, I will put the time where that begins below, but right now I'm just going to do a quick review of Spirit Airlines. So my reason for doing this is because I flew Spirit for the first time this past weekend and I was super nervous. Now why? Just because I did not know what to expect. So this is a little video to help people who are curious as to what it's like. So as you look here at the bottom, you can see that I paid $272 for 2 tickets and it came out to roughly $136. That's of course not including luggage with that price, but we'll break that down in a bit. So $136 per ticket, not bad. This was for Labor Day weekend and I booked this about 2 weeks before. So in comparison with other airlines, because I'm pretty sure people are curious, United, Delta, and Southwest were charging about double the price of what I paid for this specific ticket. So this is just to give an overview of the whole baggage situation. These prices might vary depending on the route you take, but this is specific for mine. So on all flights, checking in a bag is cheaper than carrying one on. I do recommend at the time when you buy your ticket to do it then, because if you look below, it gets more expensive the closer you get to your flight. So right here is pretty much your only restriction with checking in a bag. Instead of 50 pounds, Spirit only allows 40 pounds in weight for a check-in luggage, so definitely be wary of that if you decide to check a bag in. If you don't want to pay any luggage whatsoever, the other option is the personal item. Now, in my personal opinion, it doesn't seem like it's that bad, and if you're doing a quick trip, like maybe 2 to 5 days, and you're pretty minimalist, you can easily squeeze enough in this bag and not pay anything whatsoever. So if you're trying to maximize your space, there are these Spirit-specific bags that I found on Amazon, and as you can see, they're relatively inexpensive and way cheaper than, paying for a check-in or a carry-on, so definitely consider these options if you want to maximize that space. So what else does Spirit charge you for? Well, you got to pay to select your seat. If not, you're going to be chosen randomly. I did not want to pay for that because I thought it was ridiculous to pay $14 per route. So if you saw that total earlier, that would have been $56 had I chosen the seats for those 2 tickets on both of those flights, which is pretty ridiculous, right? So definitely factor that in if you're looking at the price to see how it outweighs the other airlines. So why was I nervous about flying with Spirit? Well, I was nervous because I know they're notorious for delays and cancellations, which luckily did not happen on my flights. However, I was tracking flights prior to mine just to see how it performs, and this is what it looks like. So, if you want to take a look at how your flight is performing, you can type in the number on flightaware.com and it'll pull up a list of all the previous flights for like the last week or so. So if you see here with the black line, that was my flight and that left on time. However, if you look down below, you can see that there were 4 consecutive flights that had trouble. As we can see here, 2 of them got delayed by almost 2 hours. You see this one with the blue circle? This one actually had almost a 5-hour delay, and I read up on that and I guess the plane had some problems with brakes. And then this one here just got canceled. So day of the flight, check in my bag. Dude had no customer service, but whatever. He got my bag from LA to Minneapolis, no problem. So the seats, were they really that bad? So first off, I'm only 5'6", and they weren't too much of a problem for me, but I could see how anybody taller than me would have a problem, which is like 80% of the population. So the seats are deceptive. And I say this because they looked brand new and leather. Nowhere near as comfy as this. So I was sitting on the flight just regularly, good posture. Back started to hurt. Started slouching. My ass started to hurt. So there's really no way around that. When it comes to storage space, there are no pockets. There's literally like 2 elastic bands that are holding the menu and the flight safety thing down. The tray is an embarrassment. It's the size of an iPhone 7. You could probably put some food, a drink, but I couldn't even put my laptop, so I used my lap. And then also even my Amazon Fire, which I was trying to read on, wouldn't even fit on it. But my main complaint with that tray is just it's very easy to access. So it's literally flip up and down. And this little kid behind me just kept bouncing it like a basketball. And with the seats, being so, I guess like a bucket seat and not any padding, like it would literally shake my entire seat. So after going through all that, would I recommend them? And the answer is yes. So the answer is yes under certain circumstances. If the price is an absolute deal and you could rather spend that money on a better hotel, more food, better food, cooler experiences, why the heck not? Also to add on to that, I would probably only do it for short flights. If your flight does happen to get delayed, you have a shorter flight to worry about. Not as big of a deal as if you're going, across the country. I also just wanted to talk about why I think people say that Spirit is just that bad. And I get it. It's not the comfiest airline, it's not the most reliable airline, but you know what? They're providing you with the bare essentials, and that is getting from point A to point B safe and sound. And then when it comes to the fees, I don't think people are doing their research. They're booking the flight, thinking about vacation, and just going off on it. You know, if people spend time, you know, even watching this video, which is why I made it, you know, just researching, hey, when I book my flight, I should book the bag, or just have an idea of what you're going to do prior. You can definitely save a lot of money. And I believe that the people that are complaining are just those who aren't prepared. So hopefully this video helps some people. You know, everybody wants to save money, so why can't you do it while you travel? Anyway, that's it. Leave a comment if you want to talk about it. I'd be free to talk about pretty much anything. But right now, I'm just going to play a little clip of my girlfriend and I's trip to Minneapolis. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. We got Tasha, Tyrone, Unico, Austin, Pablo, Tasha, Tyrone. And 0. Nice. Oh boy.